Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Martin and Cliffe from Voyager Project here. Just wanted to give you another update as to what's going on in the studio in the recording process for VPIII. Now at the moment we're at a point where we have enough material to completely fill a CD. In fact, we're at about 76 minutes, so we're just trying to trim it down a little bit. In terms of what to expect, we've got, I say 9 songs. There will probably be 9 tracks on the album. There may be 8, there may be 10. It all depends how exactly we decide to do the edits. But there's 8 main pieces, and then a couple of instrumental things that will be linking pieces or an intro, or you get the idea. So now they might fall within the tracks themselves, or they might go in as separate tracks. We haven't decided that yet. That's a while down the line. But what to expect? Well, the first song on the album is called Follow Me. It's got a kind of interesting introduction, much in the style that Head on the Tracks on the last album had. The first verse was very different from the rest of the song. And this has a similar feel to it, although it's a completely different song. It's also in the lovely key of E flat, which made playing it fun. But yeah, it was what suited the song best. So that's kicking in currently around about 6 minutes, or thereabouts, maybe a little bit shorter than that. Then we've got 2 long songs. We've got one that's just under 11 minutes long. That's, if you will, a song suite. It's kind of 3 songs with a similar theme and similar kind of. It's a bit complicated to explain, but musically the kind of harmonic sort of theory structure between the 3 sections was the same. It uses this whole idea of clashing again is the wrong word, but it's got these interlocking fifths. So on one side of the stereo field, you've got a guitar playing open fifth power chords, and on the other side you've got a guitar playing a different set of open fifth power chords, and it's the way that they fit together that is the common theme between these 3 songs that all make up one song piece. So that's probably going to be called Are You Sitting Comfortably, because that's the name of the first section of the piece. This is something, this and indeed Follow Me is something that we put together way back in December 2011 when we had our big writing session, Rob, Ed, Dan and myself. So we're finally getting that down in some kind of proper tangible form. As I say, that comes in at about 11 minutes. Then there's another epic song that doesn't have a title yet. We're still working on the lyrics for that, but that's got more of a kind of relaxed jam kind of feel to it. And really that the album generally has a more relaxed feel. And it's something that is kind of live feel to quite a lot of it. So that's, as I say, there's obviously Leaving Valhalla is 21 and 3/4 minutes or whatever it is, and that's the big instrumental work. Can You Hear Me? Which again, the theme from that is actually echoed in another piece, just briefly, just to kind of tie everything together and sort of homogenise it into its own Voyager Project style. So that again, that is in there. And there's a couple of other songs. There's a song that we're hoping to include on it. We're just waiting for permission because it's something that I did years and years and years ago with an old band. So I've been in touch with the guy who wrote it, just saying, look, can we do this? I'm just waiting for him to give the go ahead. Fingers crossed he will. So that should be on there. And then there is one final piece. One final song, which again I can't remember the name of. So even though it seems like from what we've sort of released already, it's going to be a lot of instrumental. Yeah, there's I don't know, it would be probably 40% instrumental, 60% songs, thereabouts. So, you know, don't panic that it's all going to be instrumental. There's plenty of songs in there as well, particularly when you consider that the song suite is really 3 songs in one. So, yeah, I mean that's the news from the studio. This week, sort of tracking a little bit more bass, although most of the bass parts are done, and some keyboard parts are being tracked this week. And then hopefully Friday, Saturday I will get on to recording more guitar parts and putting down some vocals if I'm feeling my throat is up to it, because that's one of those things that you can't always rely on, particularly this time of year. So there we go. In other news, what other news have we got? Well, our Twitter feed we decided to close because really it wasn't serving much of a purpose. I tweet all the time, so I just figured that anyone who wanted to find out band news can just follow me at Martin Cliffe on Twitter. I'm getting all that information. We still have a Facebook page, although at the moment I'm not on Facebook this month because I've decided to use that discipline and just pull away from Facebook as much as possible. But other than that, the Facebook page will still be updated with news as and when we have it. So I don't expect to see anything in March, but come April, hopefully will be a good way sort of down the album recording process. Just need to get, say, this last song written, and then we need to then look at where we go from here. So we want to do a physical release. What we're probably going to have to do with that is some kind of Indiegogo or similar fan funding project with some perks. So there'll be some bonus material for anyone who reaches a certain level. There'll be physical releases. There'll be obviously digital releases for everyone who contributes, and we're still ironing out the details of that more next month. Hopefully, when we've had a chance to have a chat about it and work out exactly where we come in and what we're going to do with that. Because basically, if we don't do fan funding, if we don't get what we need, then we won't be able to do a physical release. It's as simple as that. Digital release will still happen. It will still be out this year. Just don't know exactly when. So watch this space. Thank you for all of you who've taken the time to watch this, to show an interest in the band. Until next time, take care. We'll see you soon.